Stop putting everything in the fridge. Seriously. Even though it seems safe and convenient, this habit might be making your food less nutritious, harder to digest, and harmful to your metabolism. In this video, you'll discover the 7 foods you should never refrigerate, and how they silently affect your weight, your bloating, and your energy early in the day. Most people believe the fridge is always the safest place to store food. After all, cold preserves, protects, and prevents bacterial growth, right? But the truth is, not all foods like cold temperatures. In fact, for some of them, the cold is their enemy. It alters their chemistry, blocks essential enzymes, and turns something healthy into a problem. When you refrigerate certain foods, they don't just lose flavor, texture, and aroma. They also lose valuable nutrients, develop harmful compounds, and directly disrupt how your body works. That means more bloating, more digestive discomfort, more fluid retention, and a slower metabolism. This is one of those silent mistakes you don't even realize you're making. But your body feels it. Your gut feels it. Your energy feels it. And yes, your weight feels it too. That's why today, we're going to fix this together. Let's get straight to it. The first food that should never be in the fridge is the tomato. It may seem harmless, but the cold breaks the tomato's cell structure, ruining its flavor and aroma. Worse than that, it reduces its antioxidant compounds, especially lycopene. Lycopene is exactly what helps protect your body against oxidative stress and inflammation. And guess what? Inflammation is one of the leading causes of invisible weight gain. In other words, refrigerating tomatoes is self-sabotage. Think about it. How many times have you put a tray of tomatoes in the fridge, just to preserve them? And later found them mushy, tasteless, or watery? That's not a coincidence. Tomatoes are delicate. When you overcool them, their structure breaks down, releasing water and stripping their nutrients. Instead of helping your body, you're eating something empty, no flavor, no texture, and no power. Next, we have potatoes. They're high in starch, and when exposed to cold, that starch turns into sugar. But not just any sugar. Once cooked, those refrigerated potatoes produce a substance called acrylamide, a potentially cancerous compound. On top of that, the process alters digestion and can cause serious discomfort. The result? Bloating, gas, heaviness, and yet another unnecessary burden on your metabolism. So, if you feel heavy after eating potatoes, even roasted or boiled, maybe the issue isn't how you cooked them, but how you stored them. Potatoes should be kept in a cool, ventilated place, away from light, but never in the fridge. The cold messes with their internal structure and completely changes how they affect your body. A small mistake, maybe, but one with a big impact when it becomes routine. Next up, avocado. A lot of people think storing avocados in the fridge helps them last longer. But the cold halts their natural ripening process and damages the development of their healthy oils. They often turn mushy and lose their taste. But here's the real issue. Without those functional fats, you lose a powerful ally that helps balance hormones, control appetite, and regulate digestion. When ripened naturally outside the fridge, avocados develop their full concentration of essential oils, the kind that support your brain, your heart, and even your mood. But if you refrigerate them too early, they lose their functional value. Many people say that a cold avocado doesn't satisfy, doesn't taste good, and sometimes even causes bloating. That discomfort isn't random, it's a direct result of interrupting nature's process. The fourth food to keep far from the fridge is honey. Honey is naturally antibacterial, so it doesn't need refrigeration. When cold, it crystallizes and hardens, making it harder to use. But it's not just about texture. The cold speeds up the loss of enzymes and antioxidants, especially in raw honey. That means fewer benefits for your immune system and your digestion. And as you know, a slow gut equals a bloated body. What most people don't know is that honey, when stored properly at room temperature, can last for years without losing its properties. It's one of the only foods in the world that doesn't spoil. But when you put it in the fridge, you not only make it hard to use every day, you weaken its therapeutic potential. That little spoonful that was supposed to help reduce inflammation might become just another sugar. Now let's talk about bananas. Refrigerating bananas disrupts their natural ripening and causes dark spots on the peel. But the real problem is inside. The cold affects the enzymes that help with digestion and serotonin production. Yes, that sense of well-being and satiety you feel after eating a ripe banana? It's real. And it's partly chemical. When bananas are refrigerated, they lose tryptophan and other digestive enzymes. The result? Bloating, discomfort, gas, and even water retention. Maybe you've felt this before. You eat a banana, and instead of feeling good, you feel heavy or bloated. Often, it's not the fruit, it's how it was stored. Keeping bananas at room temperature preserves their enzymes, vitamins, and digestibility. That's what allows the B-complex vitamins to help your metabolism, your mood, and your brain. And what about bread? It might seem smart to put bread in the fridge to avoid mold. But that actually speeds up starch retrogradation, making the bread dry and flavorless. Plus, the carbohydrate structure changes, making it harder to digest and increasing its glycemic impact. In simple terms, cold bread can spike your blood sugar and leave you hungry again right after. And yes, that contributes to bloating by the end of the day. A lot of people store bread in the fridge thinking it prevents waste. But what really happens is that bread loses its softness, freshness, and ability to satisfy. Altered starch isn't just about texture, it changes how your body processes it. If you often feel hungry soon after eating a sandwich, the reason might be this cold storage mistake. A dry, dense slice of bread behaves more like sugar in your system, fast in, fast out, and hunger right back. Last on the list is garlic. Refrigerating garlic leads to premature sprouting, changes its texture, and reduces its sulfur compounds, the ones that help detoxify the body and boost circulation. Cold garlic has less allicin, the most powerful anti-inflammatory compound it offers. And if you're trying to reduce bloating, balance hormones, or feel lighter, your garlic needs to stay potent and raw. Garlic stored in the fridge is also more likely to mold, lose its aroma, and weaken its natural antibiotic power. That's a big loss, since garlic is one of the most researched foods for fighting inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, and supporting hormonal balance. But to get those benefits, you need to keep it whole and potent. A dry, ventilated place is all it takes. Just that small change can impact your meals, and your health. Now you see why the fridge isn't always your best friend. The strange thing is, these habits are automatic. We open the door, toss the food inside, and assume we're doing the right thing. But when you start respecting each food's natural process, everything shifts. Your digestion improves, your belly shrinks, and your body finds balance again. And here's something else. If you're already doing everything right, eating clean, avoiding processed foods, drinking water, but still feel stuck, bloated, or low on energy, the problem might be in the details. Storing food the wrong way is an invisible form of self-sabotage. No one warns you about it, but it can quietly undo all your progress. This isn't about obsession or fear. It's about awareness. Bonus tip: create a non-fridge zone in your kitchen, like a basket or a shaded corner, and keep these 7 foods there. If it helps, write them down and keep the list nearby. Small shifts like this move the needle way more than extreme diets. Because eating clean isn't just about what you eat. It's how you care for what goes inside your body. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe. Which of these foods were you storing the wrong way? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear what surprised you today.